Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What's up, Dracula?
He looks like a fish.
He looks like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory.
I have 3 spooky things to tell you.
All right. Spooky thing number 1.
1, have you heard of the House of Castle?
The what?
Have I heard of a house? No. What? I don't know what you just said. I'm sorry.
Okay. So basically, the House of Castle is this stronghold in modern-day Czechoslovakia, or Czech Republic.
Okay.
And the myth goes that because it is not built by any rivers or any resources that is useful to castles back then in the medieval era, it's a very odd sight. But what was built underneath of it is a giant hole. It's said to be the the opening to hell. And they used to send prisoners down there from faraway kingdoms to go see if they could go as far deep down to the bottom and see what was at the bottom of it. Some of the guys... Huh?
Whoa!
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I want to go there.
I don't!
I want to see. It's like Diablo.
It's fucking
The deeper
terrifying.
you go, the
We did
scarier
have
it
some
gets.
prisoners who went down, though.
What did they find?
Well, one of the guys who went down was a young man. They set him on a rope and they had a little lantern to go down there. He went down maybe, I think, almost a mile, and then he started screaming. He started screaming to come back, and as they pulled him back up, he had turned into an old man, and he was mute for the rest of his life.
What the
So...
They heard
No.
it. They heard
Or
him. They heard
a
him
dick old
screaming.
man took his spot.
They heard him.
There's an old man down there. I know what I'll do. I'll just never talk.
This is what happened. He went down there, and some prisoner who'd been sent down there 30 years ago slit his throat, tied the rope around his neck, and was just like, "Pull me back up!"
And then never talk.
And then they pulled him back up, and they're like, "What the fuck happened?"
Alright, do you want another creepy thing
Yes.
that is supposedly based off of real stuff?
Yes.
Sure.
I love this kind of shit.
I don't.
Back in the Soviet era, the Soviet scientists were working on head transplants. One of the most famous cases were they were using dogs.
Yeah, I've read about this.
This was actually traded a few times with like both in France, and the story I knew was there was these Russian scientists had taken a dog's head that was freshly decapitated, and they connected catheters and IVs so that the dog could pump new blood into the dog's severed head. And to test it, they put lemon on the dog's nose. The decapitated head of the dog licked the lemon off the nose and, would react like a dog, like, oh, that's gross. So they did get some reaction there. They worked with monkeys, and I know that at one point in time, they sewed a third arm to some guy's body, and he lived for maybe 10 hours.
Yeah, I've read about transplanting heads and transplanting limbs and hearts and stuff, and that they tried it with rats and birds, monkeys and dogs. But everything I read was, yeah, we did it, and then the thing died within a few hours. So,
Yeah.
did they do it?
But here's the interesting thing. If they actually tried it on people, and let's say that they lived for just a few hours, would that head still have the memories of the person it previously had? Or, well, I would assume so. Or would they be completely unable to function?
No, well, I mean, they're probably
I think it'd be
pissed.
that second one.
Yeah.
They'd be a little pissed.
I think you would have one fucked up thing that lived on some machines and then died.
I'm going to go with the second one.
Yeah.
All right, what's your third tale?
I know. I'm spooky creeped.
Well, I tried calling Halloween. My third thing is the number stations. Have you heard of that?
No,
I think I have.
I have
I
not.
think so too.
I'm about to.
The number stations came out after World War II. They were imitating a format that had been used to be sending messages of weather data during the war. They would have streams of numbers, continuous. Numbers, words, sometimes letters, kind of like Morse code. They were transmitted in a wide variety of languages, they were from Russian to English to Chinese. Voices were usually female. And people would try to... The number stations continue today, even after when they were initiated in World War II. And a lot of them we can't even track. We don't know where the messages come from, or you can understand which language, but you can't identify where they have been transmitted from by location, or like, let's say, coordinates.
Okay.
A lot of the time they try to decode it and it's gibberish. They don't know what it is. And some of these aren't shut down. They just continue.
Whoa. I bet they come from the hole to hell.
No! The hole to hell scares me. I don't want to go to the hole to hell.
I absolutely would go to the hole to hell.
I don't want to.
Somebody in the chat asks, have you ever heard of Bigfoot?
Yes,
Okay.
I have.
Hell yeah. Just checking.
I don't believe in him though.
What?
Oh, but number stations you're all about.
You're here telling us about how you fished an old man out of a mile-deep hole?
Yeah, how you
But,
did that.
but
The
Bigfoot,
Bigfoot is just
But
out of
Bigfoot,
control. You can't even
the
wrap your
North
head around
American ape,
it. You
is-
can't even figure that out.
we can't have gorillas in North America? Sorry, I don't mean to get aggressive, but Bigfoot is real. Okay. I just want everybody to know that. Anyways, thanks for your call. Thank you for the creeps.
No thank you for the creeps. Now I'm spooked to go home.
Yeah, you're like the crypt keeper of the podcast. So thank you.
So thank you.
Tales from the Crypt. Good show.